All right, Miles, let's talk about the Ohio State Buckeyes here for a little bit. Look, this is a team that's had a lot of great recruiting success as of late over the past few weeks, made a lot of big moves, looking really strong, both in the short term and the long term. And the Ohio State Buckeyes under Ryan Day aren't done. We got news of another massive commitment that will be huge for this program into the out years.
Yeah, Nick, I think this is a really big pickup for the Buckeyes. I think it's a proven group of guys. They really know how to develop. So it's going to be a big, big move for the Buckeyes. But we always talk about the best pickups, Nick. We always talk about the best players. We always talk about the superstars. And today, in the comment section below, we want to ask about who are the grinders, the hard workers, the average Joes that kind of go under the radar on these rosters, don't really get the recognition they deserve. They're the lifeblood of these programs, really keep everything pounding. Let us know today in the comment section below who's a Ohio State Buckeye that really fits that description. This really kind of your ultimate average Joe player who didn't get the recognition they deserve. Let us know that in the comment section below. But Nick, let's get on into it now, talking again about the big moves. What is the next of the big moves Ohio State has made?
Yeah, I tell you what, Ohio State, they are one of the true national programs, obviously, in college football. A lot of success, obviously, local in the Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan area in terms of what they're able to do in recruiting. But this is a program that can recruit and does recruit just as well nationally as anybody. They're incredibly good at doing this. And this latest report highlights that. Miles, if you want to go ahead and throw it up, this is from the great, we'll have to call him the great now, Hayes Fawcett over at On3 Sports, has a lot of phenomenal information. Great follow on Twitter. Highly recommend him. But directly from Fawcett, four-star cornerback Miles Lockhart of Chandler, Arizona, Basha High School announces commitment to Ohio State Thursday afternoon. The 5'11", 190-pounder chose the Buckeyes over Oregon and Texas A&M. The Arizona defensive back joins Coach Ryan Day in the Buckeyes' #2 class in the 2024 team rankings. He's accompanied by five-star wide receiver Jeremiah Smith, four-star quarterback Aaron Noland, and others. Lockhart ranks as the number 340 player in the On3 industry ranking, a weighted average that utilizes all four major recruiting media companies. He also tabs in as the number 38 cornerback and number 6 player in the state of Arizona. All right, Mike. So I think Lockhart is a classic example of a guy that's kind of fallen under the radar a little bit in terms of recruiting rankings, a little West Coast, Arizona bias there a little bit, because this kid is phenomenal, incredible ball skills. He's 5'10", 185 pounds. Not the biggest corner in the world, but plenty big enough. And he's a great athlete, great speed, great quickness. This guy's going to be a superstar for Ohio State for a long time. I really love this pickup here from Ryan Day. I think this is one of those sneaky good moves that kind of flies under the radar. Right now, you see a lot of programs competing for these massive names, these massive 5-stars and 4-star kind of guys. And Ohio State's right there in the thick of it too. But I think it's some of these under the radar pickups, these quality players that people aren't noticing just because they're way out in the desert in Arizona, not getting the attention they deserve. I think it's these kind of moves that are huge for programs in the long term. But I'll throw it over to you now, Miles. What do you think of this move out of Columbus?
Yeah, Nick, I think this is a great move, a big pickup for Ohio State because this guy is naturally a born playmaker, whether he's on the offense or the defensive side of the ball. This guy was a running back and a DB in high school, and he was very, very productive both ways. And not only that, as a DB, Nick, he can fit into any scheme. He was just as comfortable in man coverage as he was in zone coverage. And I think this kid is really something special because not only all of that, but he was an elite level track runner in high school as well. Very, very impressive. A lot of great times that he put up throughout his days on the track. So I think this is a big pickup for Ohio State. As we alluded to in the beginning of the video, this is a team that knows how to develop really high level cornerback talent. And as of late, they've been doing better and better. You think some of the best ones in recent memory are guys like Denzel Ward, guys like Jeff Okuda, a lot of really talented cornerbacks coming out of Ohio State. I think when you do that, that attracts the talent at those positions to come to your school. That'll get the guys out of the woodwork who come to you flocking to make themselves the best corner or DB they can be. You think of how Ohio State has done that in the past with linebackers. Excellent at developing linebackers. They were excellent at developing edge production as well, Nick. This is a team known for really strong defense. Excellent at the wide receiver position. They're able to get all of these high-level talent because they've produced high-level NFL quality players as well. And I think Lockhart fits that mold just as well. Very quick, very good. I think he's going to be a strong addition to this Ohio State roster.
And let's not undersell the fact that while this guy's a talented recruit, I think he's underrated. Ohio State was able to go in and get him when you have Arizona, Arizona State, Oregon, Texas A&M, all of these guys vying for his services. That is not easy to do. That's hard. And look, obviously, Ohio State being a national power that it is, you almost think it's easy that one of these big programs can go to a smaller state in terms of recruiting pipeline like Arizona and get recruits. It's not easy. A lot of these kids want to stay local or at least in the same time zone. The fact that Ohio State was able to secure his commitment is a testament to the power of Ryan Day and his recruiting staff and what they're able to sell these kids. I look at this as just a continuation of another strong offseason of recruiting from Ohio State.
Yeah, Nick, one last point I want to add here, though, is we know over this past week, Arizona added a huge commit to their team as well, a 5-star edge rusher. And you know they were spending a lot of time and resources on a player like that. I think this was almost a sneaky good move by Ohio State to realize
Sneaking in a little bit,
they're
yeah.
going to get that guy. Let's see what kind of talent we can target in Arizona when they aren't focusing there. They go in, they pick up a guy like Lockhart and bring him into Ohio State because they don't need the edge help. They're excellent at the edge position. They can develop edge rushers a dime a dozen. So I think once again, Ohio State, Ryan Day showing their brilliance.